Democratic Congressman Peter Welch. He is the man behind this letter. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
So are you prepared to hold the line, even if it comes to waking up on January 1st and all Americans get a tax hike?
Well, the goal here is to improve the bill. It's not to kill it. We've got two very big problems in America. One is to create more jobs, and the other is to create less debt. And we are wading into fiscal quicksand with this legislation. It's $1 trillion added to the debt, and billions and billions of dollars of that is not going to create jobs, and it is going to have a debt that our kids and grandkids have to repay. So we need to improve this bill in significant ways.
I understand the arguments. Let me ask you about the political reality. When you have this number of people, 58 people who have signed this letter, do you have the numbers to force a different kind of compromise? Do you have that kind of support?
I just came from the caucus, and there's an immense amount of concern by people on or off the letter, from liberal to conservative members of the caucus. And there's another thing that's going to occur. This bill is not yet finally written, and when the Senate does its final work, you usually find it arrayed with Christmas tree ornaments that will, I think, create an additional reaction. And so this process is a long way from finished.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people, frankly, who are telling me exactly what you're saying, that they're expressing a lot of concern about this, but they also say that the political reality is that they're going to vote for it. What do you think, if indeed there are some changes before the Senate comes up with a final version, what could turn the tide to make it more palatable for you and the folks who signed that letter?
Well, again, to come back to the basic objective here, it is to create more jobs, and it's to create less debt. And there is debt in this bill, hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, that include tax cuts for the very wealthy. That won't generate jobs. It will produce debt. There's an estate tax Kyle plan that's much more generous than what even President Bush had wanted. That's about $68 billion to 38,000 families that is going to be paid for by the middle class and working class. These concerns have to be addressed because there's a political reality out there, not just here, and that is middle class and working Americans think they're getting stuck with the bill and they're not getting the jobs, and I think they've got to see that we get that message.
Congressman Peter Welch, thanks so much for being with us.